Welcome back to Reset to Reach, and we're going to jump right into the sixth core value. That next core value, why we do what we do, is because of the fact that we value cooperation. We value working together. This is not about a one-man show. No matter if the pastor is by himself at the church or he has a staff, can't do it all by himself. They can't do it all by themselves. No matter if you have a lot of kids at home or it's just you and your wife, not one person can do that job of the home by themselves for the whole family. No matter if it's a self-employed individual with very little help, to make the company go forward, we've got to work together to make the church go forward. This is how God has structured us to work together as one body, fulfilling different parts so that we can all work together as one. This requires respect. This has the idea of some kind of confidence in each other, lifting each other up, respecting each other's differences, as well as the things that we have in common. And then it also requires trust, which is what we talked about last time. But I want to say that this is a character trait that is absolutely crucial in this area of cooperation. I just saw an illustration recently by Dr. Mark Rasmussen online that was really helpful. Let me just try to do my best to just talk through the illustration really quick. He brought up a young man from the congregation and he asked him to hold a chair. And he took the chair and he had him take it and he had him stretch his arms out and hold the chair straight out like this. The whole time he said, now you hold it there. And so it was out from his body, he's holding it out that way. And then he walked away and he said, all I need you to do is hold it there for 10 minutes. Well, he's already starting to shake within 30 seconds. And you try to hold anything out to that level for that many minutes, even just your empty arms straight out without resting for 10 minutes, it gets to be hard. It gets to be too much. Your arms will start to shake. So then he said, you know, it's too much for just one man, but let's bring up two more. And the two other guys came along up on the stage, stood beside him, took the side legs, and he only held the back of the chair. And now they held it together. And he said to the church, how much longer do you think he will be able to hold it? You think he'll be able to go the full 10 minutes because others are cooperating, others are coming together to help lighten the load? Wow, for every area of our life, whether it's at church or in your neighborhood, whether it's at your workplace or in your home, we all need to work together. We do what we do because we value cooperation. We don't want to be a one-man show, nor should we. That's not how we have been built. That's not how we were created. We're not supposed to be doing everything all on our own. You ever hear the old phrase, I'm sure you have, that I'd rather do it myself. This way I know it gets done. Although that is a very common response, and it's also a very true response in many things, in many places, that we just rather do it because we know it will get done and it will get done right. Well, sometimes we need to step away from that, if not sometimes, almost all the time. And that although that may have served our purpose, how well did that help somebody else see their need to come along and help someone, to see their needs to grow in their own character, to grow in their walk with God, to grow in their other relationships, to help them become less self-serving or self-absorbed, but to look to help another person. You see, we can be the ones who are very self-absorbed if we have that mindset, I'll just go do it myself because I know it will get done and I'll know it gets done right. I know it's sometimes true. And some might be saying right now, Pastor, it is always true. That's how it always is. But for the church, for the people of God, as Christians, in other words, that's not how we should be known, right? That's not how we should be known. We shouldn't be known as selfish or self-absorbed. We shouldn't be known as unwilling to help another. That it's not about us, and that although there's something that needs to be done, and we may say, well, I don't need that, so I'm not going to do that. No. What about others? Will this help somebody else? I mean, doesn't that then help me fulfill the cause of making disciples, the part of the mission God gave us to make disciples? That although I might not need that, another believer who is younger does, and I, being a part of that, help them grow, help them mature, help them be more equipped and readied to move forward, right? I hope this was helpful as we realize that we do what we do in part because we value cooperation. If this was helpful, please hit the like button or the share button, and continue to rehearse these things in your heart as we look to continue to move forward together as children of God. We'll see you next time as we continue to look at this next session that finishes this whole topic of our core values with the seventh and final core value. I pray this has enabled you to reset your focus to reach.